KCAA Radio, Loma Linda, where no listener is ever left behind.
All right, Radio Land. Here we are again. Today's show, the Cool Veteran Show. We are ready to rock it and sock it to you with information. My name is Charles Whitehead. I'm the host here, and I have a co-host, Martha Varela. She'll be calling here just a little bit. We are going to give you some information about some of our sponsors, some of the upcoming events, and basically here at the Cool Veteran Show, we try to do it different than any other regular radio show. You know, we want to do, our highlights here are just veterans first, veterans, disabled people, music, and sports. Mostly the sports are like sporting events that we do. I'm the president of the Paralyzed Vets of America California chapter out of Long Beach, California, and we get a lot done over there. So I just want to be able to, what we do is we highlight, kind of, tell you what we've been doing and what we're doing. And part of our services are, we have a food bank account, so we're distributing food out to our members and veterans, and just in the community in general. We are hooked up with the American Heart Association. We have sponsors like them, Niagara Waters. So we're doing a lot, and they're bringing it on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities to serve our members and veterans indeed. And I'm also connected with Rancho Los Amigos, which is a national rehab center over in Downey, California. You can look them up. I think it's Rancho Los Amigos. You just Google Rancho Los Amigos National Rehabilitation Center. And again, here we are. We're just doing our thing. I'm waiting for Martha to call on, and then we're going to go with it. I know she's at home. She talks about, she's from Minnesota. She's back in Minnesota right now, but she will be here today. But in the meantime, I can kind of, get you going on what we're doing just immediately. Oh, actually, what I'll do is I'll tell you what we just finished. So we had the Festival of Human Abilities at the Aquarium of the Pacific, and myself, I have a band, and we are called Per Se. That's P-E-R-S-E, 2 words, Per Se, the band. And so we play over there, and we've been playing over there for it seems like it's like 14 years. I lost count after 3 or 4. But it's been a while, and we go over there, we play, and they have some very talented disabled performers, and I mean, people just doing things that you would be surprised. And some of those people that I've gotten to know over the years, I'm going to bring them on this show, and I'm going to bring the guys from the band, and we're going to do our thing and just kind of, to highlight. So my thing is the music. Music is my passion, and everything we do with the band Per Se, it's all homegrown. We don't play covers, we do originals, and this is the platform here where when we go to break, we play some of our music. I'm still kind of, it's roughly getting everything together, but it's coming together. And one of my songs, and the reason I call the show the Cool Veteran Show, because I wrote a song called Cool. And what that does is basically kind of tells you, you don't have to be a star or anything like that. You just have to have, cool comes in the form of attitude as well as the way you carry yourself. Not so much how you look or, what you have. You don't have to be rich. You just have to be cool, which that's who I am. I try to be cool. I don't blow up with anyone. I don't argue. I don't fuss and fight and screaming and yelling. That doesn't work for me. And so I wrote the song Cool some time ago, but I I have this thing about using it now, and it's like okay, because when I tell people about different things, one of the projects of mine is I went and bought a bicycle trailer um, about three years or so ago, and I converted it so I could use it in my wheelchair. If you don't know, I use a wheelchair. I'm a paraplegic. Been this, so I guess it'll be 38 years tomorrow that I had my car accident that paralyzed me. So it was March 2nd, 1987. So, but what I do is I use a wheelchair, and so I bought a bike trailer and I converted it so I could pull it with my chair. And everywhere I go, people are like, "Hey, where'd you get that from?" So I have to tell them what happened, and then my good friends over at U2 Mobility, um, Mike Box, his wife Mary, and then Mike Young. Those guys are great. So I've been working with them, and they they sponsored me on with a Scout. It's called a Scout. It's like an electric battery connector with the what I want to call it. It's a battery. It's like a motorcycle connector to my wheelchair. So it just we put a brace on my chair. We put so the brace stays on, and then it's like a quick connect, hooks up in like less than 5 seconds. And so with my bike trailer, which I call the Cool Trailer, and now I have this Scout, which I'm going to call it the Cool Scout. With the combination, you never see anybody with a wheelchair pulling a trailer. Now I have this motorcycle thing. So there's three parts: the Scout, the wheelchair, and the trailer. And so that's like the cool package. So it's a play on words. Cool is what I like to do. Cool is the word, and that's hence being. Therefore, the veteran show is not about just talking PTSD or anything like that. It's talking about people that I know who are disabled performers, who are disabled athletes, who are veterans. So and hence that's what we say. That's why I say this is the Cool Veteran Show. We're going to show you cool things, and we're going to have a ball. And I want to give big props to our engineer Joe here at KCAA Radio. It's the station that we're at 1050 AM, just in case you don't know, and we're 106.5 FM, and their motto is the station that leaves no listeners behind. So, and I don't know if Martha's on the line yet. She's not on the line yet, but she will be. But again, I'm talking about the cool song. So we went to the Aquarium of the Pacific and performed, and that was absolute, an honor to be over there. So we did it for the Festival of Human Abilities, and we did it for the African American Festival as well. And it's absolutely great to be at that place. It's like thousands of people, lots of families, and we do that, and I enjoy it. And so here we are now. I'm at the radio station telling you about it. If you need any tickets to go to the Aquarium of the Pacific, and if you have a group, let me know. Just tell them you talked to Charles at KCA Radio on the Cool Veterans Show, and we're going to start seeing if we can get and they will sponsor you. That absolutely they allow so many tickets, and they give us a lot of tickets, and I don't have a problem giving the tickets out. I like to give the tickets to people who will go, as opposed to saying, just pass them out like they're candy or something. Some people don't, maybe I can go, but the tickets are 1 year. So anyway, this whole thing with Cool is like I made a video with the trailer, and the upcoming event is the Abilities Expo. It's going to be at the Los Angeles Convention Center, and it's going to be not this weekend, but next weekend. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's going to be anything you think about that has to do with disabilities, wheelchairs, walkers, software. They have all kinds of things, robots. There are wheelchair dancers, performers, and things like that. Um, Fornos, Myra Fornos, a good friend, and she's going to be talking about legal services that the Fornos company, the law firm. This is what they do. They're disabled advocates, and so I want to talk about these people because these are good. U2 Mobility, these are great. These are my friends, and people are sponsoring me because I'm getting ready to ramp it up. I'll be at the Abilities Expo. I hope you, and I'll be there with the PVA California chapter. We are the PVA California chapter. I'm the president of that chapter. And there will be other people with the who will come from the VA themselves, and so what we're doing is we're getting out there, and we want to make sure that everybody knows. I'm over at Rancho Los Amigos on Thursday, so if you hear me talking to you now, if you come by during the farmers market, you can catch me over there. Usually right around noonish or so until the farmers market is over. I'm there for the farmers market. I teach a song out of the wellness. I teach a songwriting class out of the wellness center there at Rancho Los Amigos, and this is a place that I worked for 30 years, and I'm still part of it, and I'm glad to be. And again, everything is cool, So I enjoy the things that I'm doing in life right now, and I wish and I blessed that I am blessed, and I wish that other people could have life so great. I mean, at this age, I'll be 62 in 2 weeks, and I never felt better in my life. 6 years ago I was sick, and just to tell you a little bit of background, I was sick and I had an abscess in my spine that I didn't feel below my injury. And I was sepsis. I thought this was going to be it. But now, here I am. 5 years in 1982, head-on collision with a drunk driver. On my way home I graduated from the Defense Mapping School. Before I got home, head-on collision with a drunk driver. Almost killed me. I mean, I almost died, pretty bad, coma, all kinds of things, injuries. Ruptured spleen, this and that, a lot of injuries. But I survived. 1987, car accident, went off a 150-foot cliff, paralyzed me. I'm still here. So I've had a lot of adverse things happening in my life, but at the end of the day, I've been blessed, because I'm a praying man, and I continue to pray for myself and everyone else, that life continues and we will be able to just, have a good time. So anyway, I want to tell you that little bit about me, and the whole story behind Cool. It's a song that I wrote, and I enjoy it, and we will share this song with you when we go to break. So just give me a few minutes. I'm my co-host is not online yet, but she should be here any minute. But in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll go. Let's see where we at right now, Joe. We'll go on a short break, and I'll play a song. So we'll play one of the songs from Per Se the band. We'll play "Hold On" for you, and then when I come back, we'll jump into it about our events and see if I can get Martha on the line. All right.
And hold on, oh, don't you give up. Don't turn and walk away. And if you hold on and don't give up, there'll be a brighter day. There'll be a brighter day. There will be a brighter day. it won't last always. So hold on and don't give up. You've got to hold on and don't give up. Don't turn and walk away. Hold on, my brothers and my sisters, 'cause I'll be a brighter day. Be a brighter day. I know there'll be a brighter day. Hold on, hold on. When you're down and down, hold on, hold on. When you need a friend, long as mile is one step at a time. So hold on, don't give up. Greatest fight is within your mind. So hold on, don't give up. You gotta hold on and don't give up. Don't turn and walk away. Hold on, hold on. There'll be a brighter day. There'll be a brighter day. I know that there'll be a brighter day.
All right, we're back here. Okay, so that was Hold On. That was written by Herman Hogan of Per Se the band. So a little bit more about Per Se. You know, we started the band off. There was 4 of us, and the original 4 was Herman Hogan, myself, Jose Cobian, and Ricardo Yearwood. And over time, the band has grown up to like 9 members, and we've expanded, and just, you know, and then it's, you know, then there's, you know, players and musicians. They come and they go. Some move away or whatever, and then some of them have passed. But yet, you know, here we are. The original 4, there are 2 of us. That's Herman and myself, and we were always the songwriters. But we have a new guy now. His name is Ray Law, and he's a songwriter. And so we all come with different angles of music. Ray is, you know, his style is kind of a, what do you call it? Bluesy, rockish kind of. Herman is kind of, what do you call it? Old school, and he tells people that I'm rock and roll, but, you know, it's not, you know, because I do a lot of newfangled pop music and things like that. But you know, we make the music, and we you know, whoever's however it comes out, and so we're not genre specific. It's R&B, rock, reggae, gospel, funk, you name it. You know, we just make the music, some South American style and things like that. And, you know, we do it, and we have fun doing it, and we play, because our music is, you know, we cater to all kinds of genres, like I said, to different people, you know, different ages, races, you know. Doesn't matter, you know, how old you are, how young you are, you know, people are out dancing to our music, you know, the cultures, you know, and I prefer it this way, as opposed to being like, you know, I know because we write and I record everything myself, and so we're not, you know, told how our music should sound. You know, if we like it this way, that's the way it's going to be. So I just do it. I do what I got to do, and I enjoy it. You know, I record, I produce, I mix it. You know, I have mentors. One of my big mentors is Magic Marino, and I'm gonna bring him on the show. You know, he's a big time producer. He's done a lot of work, a lot of engineering. recording. He taught me a lot, and I'm still, whenever I have something that I want to know, I go to Magic, and he tells me straight up. It's like he's not going to sugarcoat it. Oh yeah, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, and certain things that I've learned over the years. And I took one of his. He gave a class. It was accounting. Accounting. It was a engineering 101, 102, 103. I think it was three different parts. But I enjoyed it, and I enjoy Magic and his work. His history. He used to be the lead singer of the band Treason. I think that was in the 80s or something, maybe the 70s. But he's he's a great guy. I went to the NAMM show with him. I think it's the National Association of Music Merchants, and that place is packed. A lot of anything you want to think about music, it's there. And so I went with Magic, but he's one of my mentors, and that I go to, and about having him around is like, it's great. And I learn a lot about the music business, the record business, things like this. And, it's just, it's good to know people. It's good to have people like him. So, again, Martha's running late, and that's okay because I can talk. I can talk about, what we're coming up with. So, some of the past events, let's see, last week we had our at the PVA, we had our annual meeting. And so what I'll do is I'll touch on some of this stuff. Out here in the Inland Empire, we have members of our chapter who are, they live out like in Big Bear and places like that. And for spinal cord injury care, for the VA, you have to go to Long Beach. It doesn't matter if you're in West LA or, Loma Linda has a VA, but they don't have a spinal cord injury center at the Loma Linda VA. And so there was some issues going on that some of the members brought up, as far as like the buildings, the doors, things like that. And so I got wind of it, and when I ran for president, I said, I would always check in. I would check in to see that these things are kind of not just swept under the rug. And so 2 or 3 weeks ago, myself and a couple of national service officers from the PVA went to Loma Linda. We had a scheduled appointment, and so the guys went over before I got there and checked out the women's building. That I guess the automatic door push button wasn't working, and there were things, some complaints. Well, the VA is working on those, and that's, we thank them for that. And so we had this meeting with the chief of the VA, and when we get there, I'm just getting out of the car, and I get called. They said, "Oh, we have the meeting's off." Well, with all of the craziness that's going on with our, with our government, and I say our, I mean like the presidents and all of this, some of the people at the VA were actually thinking that, we were part of that. I don't know what they thought about us, and it's like we don't have an office over there, but we sent them emails, say, hey, we're coming out to check out the facility and all, and I guess they thought we were part of their government, the efficiency thing, the Doge or whatever, and so some of the people didn't show up. They didn't want to come out. I guess they thought maybe we were going to tell them you got 30 minutes to get your stuff out. I said, no, we're here for veterans. We're here for the veterans, the PVA, and so that was a big mistake. I mean, not a big misunderstanding, I should say. That was a big misunderstanding, but we cleared it up, and we rescheduled the meeting, and the guys, the NSOs, actually met with the assistant head of the VA, and I don't have a name right now, but we are going to go back, and we're there to it's our job to make sure that the facilities and things that our members go to, they're they're accessible, and you know that you know that's a big issue. Even myself, I'm not VA connected, but I go to like Kaiser, and a lot of times, you know, my you know, I go to these rooms. They're not wheelchair accessible. There are tables that are high, you know, things like that. And so, you know, and I'm pretty mobile when it comes to, you know, getting around and things like that. But not everyone is, and so you know, so we have to advocate for better facilities, better you know, care, just things like this. You know, so my thing is I advocate for disabled people, veterans, and in general, those two, disabled people and veterans. So if you have an issue and if you're listening to this show, or if you get you know, have any issues and you're a veteran or a disabled veteran, you know, give us a call. You can call us over at the, you know, our Long Beach office. We are at 562-826-5713. That's 562-826-5713. Or send us an email at info@pvacc.org. That's info@pvacc.org. And you know, we can talk to you if you have any kind of problems. If you have, if you know someone who's a veteran who needs housing, give us a call. We can help you with that. If you know someone who's having a food, I mean, there are a lot of people out here right now with food insecurities. Give us a call. You know, we can, you know, we're willing to go out and serve the community, deliver the food if need be. We have a food bank account. And, you know, we have, like I say, sponsors, the American Heart Association, Southern California Edison, we have Niagara Cares, and there are a lot of sponsors that just are, you know, there providing us with food and things like that. So if you want, give us a call. Again, 562-826-5713. Or send us an email at info@pvacc.org. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go to a break in a minute. Let's see if no, okay, not yet. But anyways, again, you know, just give us a jingle. I think Martha's trying to get on. She's having some problems or something, but give us a jingle, and we will help you out. If you're listening here, if you're out here in the Inland Empire, and if you know someone who is a veteran and they have either spinal cord injury, ALS, or MS, they're able, you know, have them call. They can join our, they can be a member, and we have a lot of perks for the members who come on. For our members, we have perks. We go on trips. We do fishing, we do sporting events, we go out kayaking, we go out, I mean, you know, we're going to be at the Abilities Expo next week, and, you know, it's just like a lot, there are a lot of things, and so we have an event we call, a program called the Joe Fox Reimbursement Program, and Joe Fox was a member. He passed on, rest in peace, but what it does is if you have, say you know, you want to go out, and with your family or something, or you want to travel, we have a $1,000 a year allotment that for each member. So $1,000, you know, if you give us receipts. Now you have to go. You can't give us a schedule and turn it in. You have to show us receipts that you've been wherever you've been. Like some people, they actually go out of country, or they want to go to like a sporting event, you know, a football game or whatever, things like that. And with those, you know, you can just turn the receipts in. You know, they have to be legitimate receipts. They can't be something that you made up. You know, it's got to be, if you went to the game and you spent $1,000 at the Ram game, turn it in, and we'll give you $1,000 back. You know, verified. You know, and there are certain things that we, as the board of the PVACC California chapter, have to discuss. But we have a disaster relief program as well. Our chapter, we have a $500 grant, and but the national PVA have a $1,500 grant, and you know, every case is different, and sometimes you maybe get a little bit more. So these are perks that we want to make sure that our members know about. And, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a quick break, but I'm going to play Cool. This is the song. You hear that this is what it comes in at the beginning of the show and at the end, but I'm going to give you a demo version of the full song with the lyrics so you can know exactly what I'm talking about when I say cool. All right, go ahead, Joe.
I look into my closet. What will I wear today? I think I'll wear some black pants and a shirt that's black and gray. I put on a pair of shoes, grab a hat, and I'm on my way. I think I'll wear the black hat, 'cause it's a black hat kind of day. Now I'm feeling cool as I'm heading out the door. And I'm feeling pretty good. Now I'm styling even more. Like I'm a star in Hollywood. Later in the morning, once I finally hit the road, I was driving on the freeway, but the traffic was moving slow. The guy in the car right next to me had road rage really bad. He's blowing his horn at everyone, talking trash and he really mad. He's off his cool. That is not the way to be. Don't lose your cool. You can't be losing your control. Don't lose your cool. You never see that come from me. Don't lose your cool. 'Cause that is not the way I roll. You don't need fancy clothes. The clothes you have will do. 'Cause it's not about the threads, it's the character in you. Sometimes you will be right, other times you will be wrong. You don't need to fuss and fight. If you're really cool, you learn to get along. You may not have a car, you can catch the bus or train, or maybe you push a chair, or maybe walking is your thing. You may go to work, or you may go to school. It doesn't really matter. Just remember to keep your cool, no matter what you do, and just be cool. There's a lot of cool in you. The clothes you have will do. It's the character in you. Sometimes you won't be right. You don't need to fuss and fight. You don't need to have a car. You don't have to be a star. If you need a blessing every day, remember, you can still be cool and brave. Just be cool. Just be cool. Don't lose your cool. Don't lose your cool.
All right, I'm back. Okay, so let's keep on talking about what's going on. It's funny. I like to, because I like to be real. This show is not scripted. And I like to, I like it better that way. We come with notes and things like that, but I know Martha's, so I like to tell things, because myself, I go out on location sometimes. We had a radio show that was online last year, and bless her heart, our Consuelo Mackey, she passed. It's been close to a year now, and but it was scripted. We had a script, but this I don't want to do the scripted thing. I don't want to have to edit anything because whatever we say, we say. This is the way it is here. We're talking about it. But Martha's out now, and she's at her granddaughter's. They have a little party for her. And I told her, you know what, hey, you don't have to be specific. Just jump in and give us a quick location thing, whatever you're doing, and we can go from that. So. And again, she's going to talk about some of our sponsors and kind of like, what we have a bunch of events coming up. I know we have one where there's going to be a what do you call it? It's like Martha could tell you more or less, it's like horseback at a ranch. Something and it's doing to deal with women. We like to promote our women vets as much as possible because they are important. Out of our 600 and I don't know what it is now, 612 or 20 members, only about like less than 50 of those are women. And so there are not as many women veterans as there are men, of course. And so we try to do things. We as in the California chapter and the national PVA try to do things to help promote our women and get them involved. And our main the main role for the PVA is to make sure our members are can get out and enjoy life and don't just be shuttered up at home. And we have to between them and their caregivers, make sure that everyone has an avenue to enjoy. If you, like I say, if you want to be a member of our Joe Fox program, you have to be a member, of course. But if you want to join us, if you get your DD 214, give us a call. We have a great staff. We have a great committee of membership. We have a committee of communication. We have a finance committee. And so we have a sports and rec committee, and we send our athletes out. We send people to skiing. I mean, these are all disabled people. These are all disabled veterans. Skiing, they go skiing, they go play basketball. They go and do bocce, pickleball, tennis. These are all things that we, as the California chapter, and the PVA, Paralyzed Vets of America, the national, these are all things that are hosted by us, the PVA, and so we want to make sure people come out. This is like, again, you don't have to sit at home and just be, stuck watching TV or whatever or bored. Give us a call. We love to talk to people, and I, myself as well. Being the president, I'm not necessarily, I can't do it all, and that's why I say we have a great staff with the PVA board of directors. We want to make sure that people know, and the only way they're going to know is if we get out here and talk about it. And Southern California Edison, we have a communication grant with them, and part of this radio show is to talk about it with you guys, let you know what we are doing so that everyone can be involved who is. Maybe you have a grandmother, a grandfather, an uncle, or aunt who's a disabled veteran, or if you just want to come and you're not a disabled veteran, you want to come and join and volunteer with us. We take that too. We go fishing, and we have a great family that comes out and helps us with the fishing. Again, like me myself, when I first became president, I went to the VA games as a volunteer because I'm not, I don't get my coverage through VA. And, it was awesome to be able to go out there and see these people. There was a lot, there was like 6,000 athletes that were at this event. And, it was humongous. They had every hotel locked up, that was close to the convention center in New Orleans. And so my thing is, let's get out. I want to be out there. I want to see what's going on. I want to know. I have an engineer's mind. I want to know how things work. Coming from living in the country, being a farm boy at times. My father was in the military, so we moved around. And my mother, she lived on the farm, and so I've had the taste of that, living on the farm, driving tractors, and it's just so I come to the big city, at the age of 18, after surviving that first car accident. I'm then I started. My father's best friend was a vice president at the limousine service. I learned the business, bought my own limo, got hurt again, and and continued the business up until the end of the business for me was the end of the line, and I had enough was the Rodney King riots, and so I had a lot of business in L.A. and one of my cars got jacked and jumped, and it was just like it's okay, it's time to get out. That's why I went to Rancho Los Amigos and started volunteering, and it was different. I didn't have the money that I had before, but I had peace of mind, and I was still young. So here I am now. I enjoy what I do in life. I get around. I'm enjoying life. I get to talk to people. I get to see people. It's just like I couldn't ask for a better way. I got involved in the trucking business, and that's okay, but it's not. And it's but the trucking business is that's a whole different thing. I'm here. Charles Whitehead feels as great as he's ever felt in his life, and part of my maintenance too is I put liquid IV in my water, and vitamin B12. I put those in my water every day, and before I go to bed, I eat a yogurt. I do the probiotics thing. Now you can take probiotics tablets if you don't like yogurt or whatever, but those things help maintain my energy level and my to make sure I don't get dehydrated. I'm not a doctor. Of course, like all disclaimers, you have to consult with your doctor before you do anything. But you can be, and you don't need a doctor for this part as far as getting out. If you want to go out, you want to join us. We're going to have a sports expo coming up at the Long Beach VA. It's on May the 16th. And it's going to be, let me see, is that May the 16th? Yes, it is. It'll be Friday. It's going to be like 9 to 2 o'clock or something like that. Just come out. I'll be out there DJing. The band is going to be playing as well. And we're going to just have a lot of sport, a lot of fun. We're going to have a rock climbing wall. We're going to do rock climbing, basketball, football, soccer, just things to have a good time with. So if you can, join us. We want to make sure that everybody knows that, hey, you know what? Wow, and we're going to have a lot of our community partners as well. And so, and I like to throw a bone to my one of my other sponsors. Is the Rancho Federal Credit Union. They're coming on the board, and I sit on the board of directors. But Rancho Federal is we're bringing them online as a sponsor, and so if you need a car loan, Rancho Federal can help you out. Yeah, I'm pushing that because I'm part of that program, and I bought 2 or 3 cars through them over the years. So, so what we're gonna do now? Let's see. I don't know if Martha's gonna make it today. She sent me a message, says she's gonna try to get to a quiet place, and I understand. She's out. So we're gonna go to a break, and we're going to listen to another one of our songs. She's the One. And then when we come back, if Martha can make it online, then we'll go with it. If not, then we're just going to finish the show. I'll be solo, and then we'll be back here in 2 weeks. But we're going to go with She's the One now.
I love
wanna take time to tell you just how my love maneuvered through my world. I always had the highest respect for her because she was a Christian girl. I always thought of her as the prettiest thing a guy could ever wanna see. I don't know how she blew my mind. It's like she put a spell on me. She also used to think very high of me and thought that I was really cool. I remember when, back in the days, I used to make her laugh in school. That's because she's the one.
I gave my heart to.
She's the one.
No one compared to.
She's the one.
The one my love.
She's the one.
I'm always thinking of.
Back in the days when I was young and every day was always good, hanging out with my homeboys in my old neighborhood. We used to talk all of the time about the girls that we would date. If you had 2 or 3 or more, you really topped the Mackin game. There was the one, when she came around, with me she used to have her way. All she had to do was look in my eyes, and I was hers the rest of the day. That's because she's the one.
I gave my heart to.
She's the one.
No one compared to.
She's the one.
The one my love.
She's the one.
I'm always thinking of.
She's the one.
That breaks me down.
She's the
I
one.
wanna be around.
She's the one.
But I must say that always makes my day. If you ever find one's right for you, don't take them for granted. Love and never let them get away from you.
25 years have come and gone. I'm proud to say I married her, and now we have kids that are grown. That's our dad. Every now and then I run into the guys I used to hang out with. Some of them are still into playing games. I guess they'll always be doing it. I can truly say the one that I have has surely been worth the wait. Yes, cause now she's my wife and my best friend. But best of all, she's my soulmate. I can tell you she's the one.
I gave my heart to.
She's the one.
No one compared to.
She's the one.
That one my love.
She's the one.
I'm always thinking of.
She's the one.
I gave my heart to.
She's the one.
No one compared to.
She's the one.
That one my love.
She's the one.
I'm always thinking of.
She's the one.
That breaks me down.
She's the
I
one.
wanna be around.
She's the one.
And I must say.
She's the one that always makes my day. 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 All right, here we are. We are back. Yeah, that was a song I wrote called "She's the One." It still needs to be a little fine-tuned, but you know, some of these songs you're hearing, they're still kind of like in their post-demo stage, but not their pre-ready stage. So they're kind of like, you know, a little bit tweaked. I'm tweaking them here and there, but you know, it doesn't matter to me. You hear it, you hear it. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Doesn't matter. So we're going to take the next, 5 minutes or so, and just kind of give you a review of what I've talked about today, and just kind of, you know, some of our sponsors. You know, we have the American Heart Association, we have Southern California Edison, Niagara Cares. We want to give it up for the food bank, for, you know, the LA Food Bank, for, you know, giving us food. You know, we go out and distribute it toward our members and things like that. We sponsor a wheelchair basketball team called the Long Beach Flying Wheels, and you know, just the PVACC. We're involved. We are very busy, and we love it. You know, our veterans. We try to make sure that the ones in the hospital are accommodated as well. We did have a Super Bowl party, and that was absolutely the members who were there in the hospital. They were like, they need more like that, and so we're pushing to have more events like that. We do have outside events, but we want to make sure that our members know, hey, you know what, this is your life doesn't have to be miserable. Life is not over if you're in the hospital, or if you're in a wheelchair, or you're disabled or a veteran. All of those things. There are a lot of happy times that come with these events, or just with this. I know there's a lot of struggles, whether it's mentally, physically, or whatever, financially. There are a lot of struggles that go on with the somebody in a wheelchair, not just veterans. You see a lot of homeless vets. You see a lot of homeless people, and I think it's a shame that a country as great as we are, we can help other countries, but then a lot of times we don't take care of our own people right here. That has to change, and somehow I know it will over time. But in the meantime, we can always talk about it and make sure people know that, hey, there still needs to be help. We need help. And so, but it'll all come. In time, it all works out. I feel good. I feel great about life in general. I've, like I said, I'll be 62 in 2 weeks, and I feel as wonderful as I've ever felt. I've lived a great life, and I hope I can continue to do so for another 30 or 40 years, and feeling, and do it, in a healthy mode, and just encourage people. It's like, if you have a issue, or if you want to talk to me, give me a call. You can call us through, send me an email at cwhitehead@pvacc.org. Again, that's cwhitehead@pvacc.org. Or if you have something that you want to talk about as far, like its membership, again, that's info@pvacc.org. We'll help if you need to help trying to get your DD-214s. We can help you with that. So it's not a process that's hard. We want to make sure anyone who's a veteran can come out and and enjoy. And so I think I have every bit of 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Again, if you come out, I'm here. I don't mind. I like to talk about the events. I like to talk about the things. I'm a musician, and you can find our music on YouTube. Look us up, Per Se the Band, Per Se, PERSE, 2 words, Per Se. We're Per Se the Band. We have persetheband.com. You can send me a message at info. Email persetheband@gmail.com. And we got 1 minute, and I'm going to tell you, you know what? I enjoy doing this. This radio thing is great. I prefer to do radio over TV because there's not as much waiting. And I've been in the SAG. I've been in the SAG after union, but again, I enjoy creating and doing music and making life, and just having fun. So, again, here we go. We are KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. KCAA is a station that leaves no listeners behind, and I'm Charles Whitehead, and this is the Cool Veterans Show, and we will see you in 2 weeks. So remember, the Cool Veterans Show, where the topics are hot, but the people are cool. Check you out.
106.5 FM and KCAA 1050 AM.
Hey Disney fans! Hosts Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse bring audiences on an expedition across raging seas, snow-covered mountains, and the Marigold Bridge in Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic. This action-packed extravaganza